having a good Thursday. I am just gonna go through, y'all know the deal, tag your team members, let them know that we are on, and let's chat. Oops, I didn't mean to tag that person. And let's chat about all of the Jack and Harvest collection and all of the things. All right, tag your team members. Hey, girl. All right, so for those of you who were not with us last year for the release of Jack Skeleton, just know that most of us have PTSD from it because we broke the workstation, broke our websites, broke all the things, and a lot of us either ended up with our stuff a long time later, or we, for me, for instance, my workstation wouldn't work, but my website would. So I went ahead on my website and I purchased all my Jacks and paid shipping. And I want to say I paid over $40 in shipping because I wanted those warmers and because my workstation wouldn't work. And for me, it wasn't going to be an option for me to just wait until my workstation decided to start working. Mason, stop it. So I ended up eating that shipping cost. I wasn't going to go back to my customers and say, hey, you owe me shipping, because that's not what we do. We need to prepare our customers and do all of those things first. So that's what I did. Some people didn't do that, and so it was months before they got their warmers just because it went on back order so quickly, okay? You need to prepare your customers for the chance and the likelihood that these things are going to sell out on September 1st. You need to be upfront and honest, and you need to just tell them that you are going to do the absolute best that you can, because you don't want to guarantee them something that you can't for sure deliver on. Okay, so that's number one. If you're not, Mason, please stop with the sound effects. If you are not planning to wake up whenever it is releasing based on your time zone, if you have customers that want it, or you are ride or die by it, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you need to wake up and do it. Since he has been preparing, since he wasn't ready for Jack Skeleton last year, they're ready. They know what was ordered. They've been doing their projections, so they have told us that they are in a much better position. So that's number one. Number two, the queue is going to be up and running. A lot of you guys experienced the queue when Groot and Gardens of the Galaxy or whatever that stuff is that launched this week. Same thing's going to happen there, okay? So don't freak out when you're going to go into the queue and you're going to go in your turn, etc. But once you get your things, get out. Don't go back and sit in there and look to see what sells out or whatever. Get in, get out, and go back to bed, okay? Because you just need to go back to bed. Because I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm not going to be answering anybody's questions about whether or not something sold out or this, that, and the third at 3 a.m. on the 1st. I'm going to be waking up, taking care of my customers, and going back to bed. I'm not going to be posting on the team page. I'm not going to be doing any of those things, because you have to take care of you and your personal business. And that's not what I'm going to be doing, okay? So you guys can utilize the team page, and same thing goes if you're watching the recording. Utilize those things. You can text me. I'm not going to answer. I'll answer when I'm awake. But guys, you guys know pretty much what I know. The only time, Mason, quit making faces. The only times I ever really know anything any different is if there's like a glitch in the system. Sometimes they will tell us that we can tell our teams that. Besides that, I know what you guys know, okay? So that is it about that. So if you are unsure about what pre-orders mean, there are numerous different videos out there, numerous different posts about it, but basically all you're doing is getting all of your customers' information, being ready to place that order when it hits. So on my announcement post of when I was going to come on here and start talking, I posted a link to a Google form that I created for my customers. I created that form because that makes my life easier. I still haven't got my Harvest brochures. They're still not here, but I'm not going to complain about it, right? So I created that form. I've been posting in my VIP page. I already have some people who have told me that they wanted some of that Harvest stuff. So when I created that form today, I sent them that form and I said, hey, fill this out. If you are not sure how to make a Google form, Google it, okay? That's the only thing I can tell you. There's YouTube videos out there about it. Don't fill out my form because then that's going to be like you're wanting to order from me, right? And so once my customers fill out that form, that's when I am going to go and touch base with them. That is when I am going to upsell them if they are wanting to purchase a bunch of warmers or whatever. I'm going to ask them if they want bars. Bars are buy 5, get 1 free, etc. Okay? But this is the most important part. And this is why everybody on our team needs to watch this video. So you need to tag your team members. This is super important. You need to have a backup plan. You need to have a backup plan in case something sells out. And I'm going to be real. I don't want to refund people's money. Now, if I have to refund people's money because that's what they want me to do, it is what it is. Also, where I'm talking about this Google form, on my Google form, the only option for these people are electronic forms of payment. Why? Because your girl is not going to be up at 3 a.m. putting in different people's card info. They can electronically pay me, or I mean, if somebody really wants to use card info, that's fine, but I'm going to be inputting that as a completely separate order after I do my big bulk order, because I don't have time to be entering a bunch of different card info. Because guys, it doesn't matter if you're in the queue, until you check out, those products aren't yours. So until it is signed, sealed, delivered, you see order confirmed, those products aren't yours. So I don't have time to be entering everybody's card info. So on my big bulk order, I'm going to be doing one card, which is mine, because they are going to be electronically paying me. If somebody cannot do that, then I'm going to tell them up front, okay, but this is why I'm asking you for it, blah, blah, blah. Okay? Now, backup plan. You need a backup plan, because if you have 1,000 PRV in pre-orders and half of them are Jack, and Jack sells out, you don't want to have to be out of that money. Or, for instance, let's say Jack goes on back order. Let's say Jack goes on back order at 3:08 in the morning, and you haven't asked your customer if they want that warmer, even if it goes on back order. What are you going to do? Text them at 3 a.m.?
Yes, sir.
No, Mason. Let somebody be texting me at 3 a.m. asking me about a warmer that I already paid for, right? So you need to have a backup plan. You need to know if they want it so bad that they're willing to wait. Sometimes I think people waited 6 or 7 months, or if they just don't want it. Okay, so you need to know that. All right? And so if somebody wants their money back, there's nothing you can do. You give them their money back. But if you don't know if somebody wants that warmer, if it goes on back order, you can't just hold up your entire order for that. You need to be prepared. What? He's literally gonna get cut. I'm not joking anymore. Stop. I'm not joking. Now, an idea that I got from Felicia Fitzgerald is you guys just need to be very upfront with your customers. Tell them you're going to do your best, right? And so when you're asking them for your backup plan, you're not just going to say, well, if I can't get it, I can't get it. You need to offer them a backup plan. So if they've paid you $65 for this jack warmer and it sells out, or it goes on back order and they're not going to get it for a hot minute and they say, no, I don't want it, what are you going to do with that $65? So what I am going to do is offer like room spray and scent circle bundles. Like, do you want me to put that towards stocking stuffers? A lot of times I do, or teacher gifts. A lot of times I do the like room scent circle and room spray little gift bundles. I can say, okay, well, do you want me to take that money and apply it towards that? Because those are usually like $11 bundles, I think. Right? Yeah, 8, 7. So they're like $11 bundles. So if you did a 6-pack, that's about what that big jack warmer would cost. So come up with some solutions to the problem. If they want their money back, that's fine. But what I would do is have some sort of ideas for them, let them know that it could go on back order. You do not have to do the Google form like I did. That's just something that I'm going to use for myself. I'm already going to have everybody's information in the workstation. I'm already going to have a list of what I'm using for host rewards. I'm already going to have a list of what I need to input. Like, you guys have to be prepared. So go through and write everything down. There's a pre-order form that's in my Google Drive and like on this team page if you're a paper pencil person and you want to write it down. Typically that's what I've done, but because I didn't have my Harvest brochures and I wanted to show people what it actually looked like, that's why I created that Google form, and I will post it in the chat here once I get done with this. And then if you're watching this on YouTube, I will post my Google Doc in the description. Does anybody have any questions about pre-orders? Anybody? Because I'm about to go pick up my kid, the other one. Guys, just be prepared, be positive. Team positivity. We are going to be solution driven. If it sells out, which it's going to, guys, like, you just need to go ahead and prepare yourself for it. There's no reason in being like super stressed out and being worried about what your customer is going to say, because if you're upfront and honest with them from the beginning, they can't be upset with you. And if they are upset with you, then they need Jesus, because as long as you've communicated with them, that's the best thing that you can do. Okay? All right, y'all. So have a great rest of your Thursday. What do you mean, Cindy? Cindy says, if we already have an order in, can we add our order to the jack order? Here you go. Do you mean like if you have other things that you need to place on the first? I mean, that's definitely what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be gathering up so that I can make sure that I have like 500 PRV ready to go in, so that I have free shipping, so that I'm taking care of my customers. But yeah, you can add anything else that you want to that order. I am going to be very intentional with that though. So if I have a bunch of jacks, I'm probably just going to try my best to do jacks all together and then everything else separate, just because I know the situation that happened last time. You do not have to do that. That is completely up to you and personal preference. You guys just know that when things go on back order or sell out, you wait those 10 business days before the rest of your stuff ships. So that is completely up to you guys. If it makes a big difference with shipping costs or something, then I would just put it all together. It's really just going to depend on what you guys have going on within your own personal business. All right. I will talk to y'all later.